guys good? Okay, so countdown from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! And good luck. So, we're starting this run with a classic sequence from any other Super Metroid route is gonna do this first sequence, which is the Saris escape. And we're gonna see a quick apparition from one of our favorite bosses. And here he is in a second. This is our first time we see Ridley. We're not gonna kill him this time. Later we'll have to actually fight him. But who knows when we'll actually fight him? Because we can choose pretty much wherever we want to go. Pretty much create the route as you pick up the items. And try to just create the most optimal route out of the items that you get early in the game. So hopefully they get good luck. Hopefully they find some speed boosters and some whatever they need to do the early game stuff.
Also, during the customary Sir Station explosion, I would like to just let you know that donate button has been updated. It wasn't working for some of you guys. I got some messages here in the bar and I think over Twitter. So there you go. It's been fixed. So you can go ahead and throw all your money at your screen.
Thank you. Alright, so to begin, we're gonna do whatever you would see for other categories. So we're gonna go down to Blue Star and see what we get instead of the morphing ball. And whatever we get there will pretty much dictate the next actions. Like the difference in the routes begins with the first item. So you could get interesting really quick. And it will. So we're already getting bets on which first item we're gonna see, and it looks like it was Morph Ball. So since we're getting Morph Ball, what we're seeing right now is pretty much the traditional route. So we're going down to get the missiles. A little bit of hesitation for JeedUnit as he exited the room when he could have gone to the room to the right. Shokushu opting to go back up because he's going to probably have to go back to the blueprint store later to pick up the later items. We can see JeedUnit decided to check the items. The item that's stuck in the ceiling. He might choose to get it right now, or come back a little later. its way up the climb. I'll try to get someone to update the overlay because I know it's not saying what it should. It should be saying the name of the game and the runners. But just to remind everyone, we've got JeedUnit on the left and Shokushu on the right. Shokushu playing it safe and going to the ship to save real quick. So no really game-changing item pickups so far. So, some quick super missile. Ooh, that's a nice pickup. This item, the gravity suit, is an item that you might spend a lot of time looking for if you want to advance to the Meridia region, or even to go see Ridley. You'll usually want the gravity suits. So even though it's really early, having the gravity suits, you would say that it would give JeedUnit a pretty decent advantage. So we just swapped the video feeds, so now we have JeedUnit on the right and Shokushu on the left. So Shokushu decides to go back down to Blue Brinstar, see what's there. Ooh, and here's a pretty unorthodox strategy from JeedVirus. Well, actually, I said JeedVirus. JeedUnit. I never actually thought of this, so it's good that he showed me this. He went up the trap door, if you will, and he checked the two items that you could find after the how do you call it? The gauntlets, which is a series of rooms that are pretty hard to get through. And if you don't have to get through, if you can check the items and see if you actually need them, it's definitely a good little time save rather than actually doing those rooms and noticing that there's nothing there for you. So we're seeing JeedUnit go for go for we call this the early super mock ball. So you usually get the super from doing this little trick, but obviously this is item randomizer, so we're getting different items. Nothing too interesting. Still some good item pickups. Also, we saw the beam upgrade. Those down there is a pretty cool item to find as well. Definitely, it's going to save a good amount of time late in the game in the Turian region. Jeed killing a few of those little minions there to get some power bomb drops. Because those minions will drop you 100% power bombs if you need them. And that's a nice item. He just picked up the wave beam. He's already gearing up pretty well in terms of beams. He's gonna be dealing some good damage and definitely will be able to plow through the bosses. Shokushu's in danger. He's got low health, but he's not in the region where he's gonna take so much damage unless he's making his way to he's taking the shortcut to or not, never mind. Good idea not going through to Green Brinstar, because there's some really nasty side hoppers waiting for him to deal a lot of damage, and it's definitely a risky move. So can't blame him not to go for that, but also probably not a good move to take the shortcut, because he'd be missing a lot of items if they were to be in the early region of Brinstar, the top right region. I didn't see what Jeed just picked up. Kind of missed it. But this is a room where if you go early, you might find some really interesting stuff, and it could affect. Well, it could easily affect what your next moves are. If you would rather go back up to see Phantoon, or if it would make more sense to go see Kraid. What we're seeing from Jeed here is the Spore Spawn skip, which you see in the 100% category. Basically what happens is you're supposed to go fight the mini-boss at the top there, but nice. By shooting a really precise super missile and at the same time having the camera scrolled a certain way, you can sequence break that segment and saves a considerable amount of time, probably around a minute and a half. And yeah, you saw he picked up the speed booster, so wow, he's got a pretty good build, pretty good luck. He's gonna be able to go through and do pretty much whatever he wants. He just needs a few more items, and he'll already be all set to go through late game. And here's Shokushu going to visit the bomb Torizo. I think he has the bomb. Yeah, he has the bomb. As you can see, the door closed behind him. If he didn't have the bomb, he wouldn't have had to fight the bomb Torizo. It happens pretty often in randomizers because bombs are kind of hard to find sometimes. But as you can see, you have super missiles at this point, so you make really quick work of this boss. You don't really have to worry about him, just waste a little bit of time. Get up there, Shuku. Here you go. So yeah, Shokushu find the gravity suit. It's definitely a good find, and I imagine that he, if he keeps going like this, he'll probably not have too many problems on the way. Found high jumps. That's also a really cool item to find. And wow, I just saw what Jeed picked up. JeedUnit is definitely well geared for the late game. I really can't imagine him having any problems at this point. So this is a really interesting race so far. So now that we see Jeed going down in the red tower, you can imagine that he's gonna do Kraid first. And if I had to guess, it's pretty early to say, but if I had to guess, I'd say he would probably want to go down to Lower Norfair as soon as possible. It's kind of his style. Whereas from Shokushu, we're more there's more chances we see him do something really funky, like go and do Meridia really early, which is also a good choice. You can depending on what you find, you can either go up to see Fantoon or go down to Lower Norfair. Obviously, you would want to have Lower Norfair not be last because it's really far from the endpoint. And yeah, that's one of the main differences between any percent old route and any percent new route, is that they managed to end the route with Meridia and Dragon. So it was a little closer than the traditional any percent, which ended with the Ridley. Nice short charge there from JeedUnit, and that's a nice pickup. I didn't see if he went up to check. I think he usually does this short charge and always gets this item. In this case, it was a good idea because see what he got. He's gonna be able to do some pretty fast strats down in Lower Norfair, a few other places as well. Nice. I know Jeed likes this item. I love this item as well. So he's probably pretty happy to find it there. It's not an item that a lot of people go and check, but I know JeedUnit is the type of player that'll go... Well, he'll play usually rather safe and not trying to skip too many items, especially early in the game. So Shokushu's done with the green Brinstar. He's gonna start making his way through to the red tower area, and then we're gonna see what's his move, whether he goes up or down. But before that, actually no, it's the wrong room. I didn't even notice, but yeah, Jeed decided to go check Bad Luck. He found the missiles, two packs of missiles, where he went pretty far to go find those, so it's a bit unfortunate. But like I said, it's early in the race, and you don't want to take too many chances in case, like, you never know. There's still a few items that he wants to find, some important ones, and if he can find them early, then he'll be able to not have. Well, he won't have to check anywhere else, and so it's good to be cautious at the beginning, especially considering this is a marathon race. Setting up for the Sport Spawn skip. As you can see, he moves back and forth because the camera needs to be scrolled a certain way for the shot to make it through, and it's pretty unfortunate. He's got to farm for some supers, and not only one, he needs two at least.
Actually, probably even 3, just to make sure. So yeah, this is unfortunate. He could spend a lot of time just farming these. Ooh. He's going in with only 2. Actually, he's fine. Never mind. I didn't know he had the he got the setup the first time. JeedUnit is making his way to Bot Wound. He has Ice Beam, but he doesn't need Ice Beam. He has Speed Booster. He has Wave Beam. Does he have Charge Beam? I guess he does, because he turned Ice Beam off. And that's his setup for the X Factor. He runs to the left, to the right edge of the screen, then back to the left, and that's his timing to set up for the X Factor, which he got. And nice fight. That was like a 3 cycle or something. That's a good job. Shokushu finding some supers at the bottom left of the pink Rin Star. It's a pretty long item to get, but supers, I guess it's kind of worth it. And wow, honestly, this is some pretty awesome luck that I see Jeed having. He's got all the weapons. He's missing the one weapon that he doesn't need, which is Phaser. Because now he's just got Plasma, which overrides the Phaser beam. So he's got all the beams. That's amazing. 21 minutes in the run. And nice. Shokushu just found this Space Jump. Space Jump is a really good item to find early. I mean, it'll allow you a number of things. Notably, you'll be able to, if you don't find Speed Booster early, you'll be able to go to the wrecked ship, or it'll assure you to be able to go down to Lower Norfair rather easily. So Jeed's getting ready to fight our buddy Dragon. He seems to have missed the short charge. Oh no, never mind. Look at what we're seeing. The X-ray plasma strats. He can afford it. Well, I mean, he as you can see, it was a really quick strategy, a really quick way to beat this boss. And it's really amazing that he got plasma charge and X-ray so fast that he can actually pull this off. Shokushu getting stuck in the vile plumes. This room sucks. Power bomb, going to see what's back there. What is back there? Ah, that's a missile pack. He's still pretty well geared. It's not so bad at all. And so we're gonna see a very different route from the two runners. Actually, I've never really seen anybody go for Meridia first. I really wonder what's next for Jeed. As for Shokushu, we can have a better idea. He's gonna start with Phantoon, and most likely going to see Crate next, but that's just an assumption. So you see Jeed morphing and unmorphing The reason for that is that when you morph, it pushes your sprite down. When you unmorph, it pushes your sprite down. So, you want to do that as much as possible when moving down into the quicksand. It'll gain a few character lengths. Oh, fell in the water. It's okay. He has spin jump. Doesn't need to go back to the other room. It looks like he wants to Shine Spark. I wouldn't do it because he has very little health. Oh, never mind. He's just getting some run up. And now he fell in the water. It doesn't matter because he has gravity suits. JeedUnit entering Kraid's lair. Once again, with the gear he has, he's gonna make such quick work of Kraid. You're about to see. I mean, he has very little health. You're meant to beat him really early and without any beam upgrades. So having all the beams obviously will make it really easy. Alright, Shokushu unequipping ice so he can do some fast killing of the ghost boss called Phantoon. And he has low health. Well, he has little health. But he has gravity suits. Chances are with gravity suit, I believe you only take 20 damage per hit. So he can afford a lot of hits, and Shokushu's used to some really tight Phantoon fights. Oh, just narrowly missing the X Factor. Meanwhile, JeedUnit somehow missed the quick kill. It's uncharacteristic, I'm sure. So we got simultaneous boss fights. Pretty epic. Going for some freestyle X Factors. Ooh, that was kind of scary. We've seen this happen a few times, even in marathons. Ooh, nice. That X Factor connected. So that was a 3-round, I believe. It's a good job. But yeah, what almost happened to Shokushu could have been tragic. He could have had what's called the sunrise surprise happen to him, which is when Phantoon, when he opens up, he shoots, I believe, 8 flames or maybe 10 or 12. I can't tell. But if he opens up right where you're standing or jumping or whatever, you'll take all of those flames damage at the same time. So even if you had, at that point, 160 health or whatever the math is, you would have taken that much damage and died consequentially. So Jeed killed the bug so he doesn't have to wait for him on the way back out. And he doesn't even bother getting that missile down there, even though he was in the room. He's feeling pretty comfortable. Jeed is skipping an item that takes a lot of time. Can't blame him. At this point, he's so well geared. You might see him skip a lot of the remaining items in the route. I wouldn't be surprised if he literally rushed all the way to Torian, into the end game. Shokushu, on the other hand, decides to visit a lot of the wrecked ship It's considered one of the most long areas to navigate, so hoping he finds something cool, because it's definitely not worth it like half of the time. But if it is, I mean, that's one item that you're pretty sure your opponent's not gonna go and get. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You know, like, getting a missile tank there, it's actually quite depressing, really, when you think about it. It's like you go through all of this crap, and you actually try to, you're like, you know what, I'm going to try and one-up my opponent here. I'm going to go for the clutch item. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to get it. And, oh, it looks like, Shokushu's in trouble now. He's going to be fine. And so you go all the way in one of the areas that's, as TM said, considered to be one of the most difficult areas to navigate, and you end up with a missile tank. And then you're like, God. You clench your fist. You say a lot of bad things that you're not supposed to say on stream in your head, and you move on. But right now, I would say the chances of Shoku catching up to Jeed would be Jeed would have to die. Like, one death, and even one death, I don't know, has Jeed, he saved? Yeah, so Jeed's done a couple of safety saves as well, so, like I said, the chances of us seeing Shokushu come on top of this one is quite small. And here's Shoku not even going for the attic strats. I'm disappointed. This is like one of the most fun rooms to execute, in my opinion. Oh, damn. The clutch. Oh, that was great. That was awesome. Shokushu's like, you know what? I'm down, but I'm not out. Worst case, I'll put on a decent show. Yeah. You know, it's worth checking out. I was going for, yeah, the missile tank in the maze. Well, I mean, he's you know, he's got the Torizo. There's another where you can find a reserve tank. There's another item pickup right there. So, you know, the thing is, and now it might seem a lot of the choices here might seem obvious to a lot of the people watching the stream right now, but let me tell you, the runners are not exactly aware of what the other runner's doing either. They don't see each other's runs, so that's a good point to keep in mind. Maybe at the corner of his eye, like, he can notice that he's at Ridley, but he doesn't know what his gear is. So, in terms of, oh, do you have this item? Does he have that item? There's no way for him to know, really. And here comes the long walk of shame through the spikes, while Jeed is really hanging out with Ridley. Here's a fun piece of trivia. One of the movies that greatly influenced the whole Metroid universe and the whole claustrophobia atmosphere of the game actually came from the movie Alien. So did the idea of having a female protagonist, which Gunpei Yokoi actually kept hidden throughout the first game. It was actually a surprise. If you could finish the game under certain conditions, then you... no, as soon as you finish the game, right? Took off her helmet? At the end, well, basically, you were rewarded with the revelation that Samus is not a dude in a suit of power armor. It's really... she's a woman. So that's basically a little nod to Ellen Ripley from the Alien series, the atmosphere, everything. There's a lot was picked up from the Alien series as well. Oh, Jeed's in trouble. Ridley, he got Ridley, yeah. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. But I mean, it feels good for Shoku for sure. But that's gotta hurt Jeed. But I mean, he did save in Lower Norfair, I believe, right? Yeah, exactly. So he's not that far behind. But Yeah, I mean it's still a race, so anything can happen really. But as I was saying, Ridley, the name is actually from it's a nod to director Ridley Scott, the director of the original Alien movie and the upcoming Alien Covenant, I believe, which will come out in May. That seems like a shameless plug, but really isn't. I'm just super psyched for that movie.
So it's pretty surprising to me that Jeed died on Ridley, because he's used to fighting Ridley with very low health, very low ammo, and like no beams and stuff. So now that he has everything, there's really no reason for him to die to Ridley. Pretty sure he's pretty bummed about that one. But yeah, since he's so well geared, he's got screw attack, he's got spin jump. There's no problem with him like going through these rooms. And
it's interesting to note that if Shoku goes for the plasma beam as well, he would be fully equipped for the murder beam, which is something that you can use against Mother Brain to make the fight faster. Although there's a chance of soft locking the game, I believe, if you do that. So it's very it's quite risky, really. But it's always fun to watch.
Shokushu seems to be trying to get the item at the top that you have to Shine Spark to get there. He's having trouble getting the short charge, so is he gonna try to do it from this room? Looks like it. It's worth getting this item, I guess. I mean, we saw JeedUnit go for it earlier, and it'll definitely serve him later in the game. So meanwhile, Jeed's done with Lower Norfair. Chances are he's not going to be looking for any items. He's going straight up to Wrecked Ship. And this route he crafted is definitely a really quick route. He's put a lot of thought in the routing for randomizers, so definitely ooh, nice, the tight wall clip, ceiling clip.
To me, that's what fascinates me about the item randomizers, is that seeing a runner adapt, change his strategy on the fly depending on what items he gets, or depending on, you know, some older strategies you'll see actually being applied to the run because it makes sense since you're using items that you wouldn't normally have. Now, if Shokushu actually gets plasma, he'll have a decent, he'll be able to go against Dragon really easily. Although he does have the grapple as well, so he could go for either tactic really, but I think the X-ray pause buffer is the one way to go. A lot less risky, because even though the grappling beam strategy is actually pretty good, you'll know, I mean, you need health to actually perform it. So here we have Jeed just breezing through Norfair exit, taking a look at that missile tank, pondering life, wondering why he's the one who gets the tank. Shoku does the same thing. He's like, oh, he tanked, that's good. So now both of them are more or less on par in terms of equipment, I believe, save for the plasma beam. So we're seeing a lot of there's a lot of power shift in this race. It goes one way or the other. Sure, Jeed is, you know, way ahead, but Shokushu's catching up to him quite nicely. Now, whereas he needs to go direct ship, Shokushu's actually become quite well equipped. If, you know, Batwoon and Dragon goes well, so he was going for the fast super missiles, but One would think he would have gone for the X Factor.
So I really like what Jeed just did. A lot of people, when they come down to this area of Bridstar, they'll yeah, it's Norfair. I was hesitating. Yeah, we saw him earlier come to this general area fuel. But he didn't come to pick up any of these items. He had his mindset on going down to Lower Norfair, and he knew that once he had completed Lower Norfair.
Oh, well, the thing is, he just needs to get used to talking.
Yeah, like I was saying, if he knows he can take care of Lower Norfair, then when he comes back, he's right next to those items that he wants to pick up. So it's a pretty cool shortcut. One that I had not thought of. So I'm learning a lot as we go here. We had some requests for the half-ass full halfy, as we call it. So yeah, Shokushu has the spin jump, making the Coliseum room, which he just went through really easy. Just gotta, I said spin jump, I meant space jump. It's the item you usually get by killing Dragon, and then it allows you to go back through the room easily, but he's already got it, so it's one of the hardest and the longest rooms to go through. So that's why you want space jump early, is make a large number of rooms very manageable and a lot easier.
Definitely, space jumps really makes traversal of a lot of rooms and a lot of areas in the game so much easier. Just for wreck ship, like instead of doing the big ocean skip or having to time those jumps, you can simply. Oh god, that's good. Nice. That was a one cycle kill. That was really good. That was really, really good. So now he's going in the room because there's an item there, so. Too bad. Missiles. More missiles. So I guess he's sending to Lower Norfair now. I mean, that's the only one of the Golden Four he has to beat at this point, right? So we're down to... He didn't beat Kraid? Did he? Oh, because he got Gravity first, so he didn't need Varia. Oh. I know, I'm a terrible host. I was actually away working on some technical stuff, and I missed part of the race. I'm trying to make up for it, so I'm asking questions. Don't judge me.
But even me, who was paying somewhat close attention to this race, it's hard to keep track because the players are doing the bosses in different orders, so you'd have to be really pay very, very good attention to remember everything that happened. Like remembering all the items that they picked up and where they picked them up. Usually by the time the race ends, most of the items you just don't remember where you found them. But yeah, when you got Ice Beam is pretty much the weapon that you want to save a lot of time because it'll allow you to do the Zebetite glitch at the end of the run. And being able to do Zebetite glitch means that you won't be spending as many missiles and super missiles to go through the last the last segment. Jeed wanted the blue ball, but he has spring ball equipped, and blue balls or even any mock balls having spring ball equipped are significantly more difficult. So here's Jeed doing some X-ray shenanigans. Almost dead. Oh, it's cool. There you go. Don't go down, Shokushu. Oh, he doesn't have super. Oh, that sucks. Ooh, interesting. He's gonna go farm them up here, which is a good idea. I think those guys have a higher chance of dropping supers, and it's also closer. So. Shokushu's still checking some items. I'm surprised. I really don't think he needed to check that item out. He's got really everything he wants. I'm pretty sure he does. Skipping the grapple. You really don't need it at this point. So Shokushu might have forgotten to re-equip ice. I don't know if this one-shots Kraid. I don't think so. Oh, never mind. We got the quick kill. Good job.
Now, it's worth noting, for those who aren't aware of how this glitch works, essentially, right on top of the audio cue where Kraid opens his mouth and just cries out, if you land the first super missile or the first missile in his mouth at that precise moment, he keeps his mouth open for a couple of extra frames, which gives you just enough time to land 3 super missiles and one missiles, or just 4 super missiles in a row, which is what is actually required to kill him. Now, also, as you might have noticed, for those who have already played the game, you know that if you hit Kraid with a super missile or past a certain amount of damage, he actually stands up. The room basically just becomes a lot bigger. The whole combat area is revealed, and you see Kraid being a lot bigger than what he initially was. Now, because you didn't trigger that event, Kraid never got up. Now, it's fun noting, by the way, that sometimes when they're standing like with the 2 runs next to one another, it's like the rooms are connected. I know. Anyway, so on the layout of the stream, I mean. So basically, since the game was not aware of that fact, it never triggered it. So you have to blindly go to the next room and get the Waldvaria suit in a regular run. Or in this case, I guess it was a missile tank. Yeah. That should be a new speedrunning holiday tradition. Kiss under the missile tank. And Jeed Centurion. Pretty sure he cheats. I want him tested.
By the way, me and Jeed and Shokushu and a bunch of other people, we've done quite a few races, and this is probably Jeed's best pace, so get hype. Yeah. Just entering Turian under 50 minutes. I wonder if he's ever done it. He is on pace for beating this randomizer in under 1 hour. It's pretty sick. Yeah, it takes a lot of on-the-fly adaptation to get a time like this, and some very good planning. Definitely a lot of experience comes into play. Meanwhile, Shokushu taking a left off the lower Norfair elevator, so he's gonna go and check out the screw attack with Gold Torizo. See what's there. It's a three item pickups there. So right now, I'm guessing he's probably looking for either a knee tank. I wasn't even paying attention to the baby skip. So JeedUnit almost pulled off one of the hardest manipulations. This cutscene, if you will, when the baby Metroid grabs Samus, is skippable. But it's really hard to pull off. This fight with Golden Torizo should be a breeze, because all he has to do is stand exactly where he is, right at Gold Torizo's foot, and Torizo can't do a thing. He's just backed up against the wall, and every time he tries to take a step, he's sent back. And here is the last save in the game for JeedUnit. The next room he's entering is a pretty famous room. And you're about to see, hopefully, nice, the Zep skip. So what happens is, the trick is really precise, but it has a super consistent setup. So how it works, wow, getting right up in the glass tank, not giving, you know. That was sick. So how the Zep skip works, the Zebetite skip. The Zebetites are the walls, the breakable walls that I think they need 8 or maybe 12 missiles to open up. So quite a few, considering there's 3 of them or 4. See, I don't even remember because we always skip it. But how Zebetite works as Zebetite skip is that you freeze the Rinku, which is the circles, the small orange circles that spawn right in the corner of the platform. So you freeze it, and the Rinku's hitbox is slightly outside of the floor and the wall. So you can sort of stand up on it. It doesn't look like you're standing up on it, but it's a sub-pixel thing. So you could never really tell that you have it or not. But all you have to do is freeze the Rinku right as it spawns, spin jump onto it without screw attack, or else you're gonna kill it. And then you do a neutral jump and hold forward. And if you're lucky, you'll go through the wall. And the other walls won't even spawn. They spawn periodically. So the Mother Brain 2 fight took very little amount of time, considering all the item pickups that Jeed was fortunate to find throughout the run. Sometimes you end up doing Turian without Ice Beam, without Wave Beam, Plasma. All those, like, you could call them bonus items. If you're lucky to find them, it'll make your run so much faster and also a lot easier.
Now here it comes, people. Brace yourselves. Our collective moment of mourning. Rip in pepperonis. Rest in pepperonis, baby Metroid. You will be missed every single time we play this game. You are the heiress of the Super Nintendo. We wish we could save you. We know we can't. But deep down in our hearts of hearts, we wish we could. That's why raining down the hyper beam in Mother Brain's face is always oh so satisfying. There we go. Now it's dead. Dude, that's. I have to say that pace is freaking crazy. It boggles the mind, really. Oh, I just noticed his shirt. That's why he's winning. It's on the shirt, people. Wear the shirt. And here Jeed's having a little problem with his shine spark. Oh! He's going for the swag. He's going for the swag escape. Come on. Don't mess up the sub hour. You should save the animals for your failure.
So this trick is really hard. It's called the Blue Bomber. I believe it's called the Blue Bomber. And he... Oh! Yeah. I couldn't really explain how it works, but I can definitely vouch for the difficulty in this trick. Wow. Well, at least he tried. You won't see that trick pretty much anywhere. This is too hard. Quite frankly, not worth it, but for a marathon, a little bit of wow, a little bit of yeah, some eye candy, like G-Virus calls it. And wow, so Shokushu really didn't seem to struggle too much on Ridley. He did take a lot of damage, but still managed to beat him rather fast. And he doesn't have that much left. He's got... wait. This is his last boss. So he's making his way to Turian.
Save the animals. Do it. Oh, you're gonna waste 2 years on Blue Bomber, but you're not gonna save the animals. Of course. You shameless murderer. Clappa, raise your clappas for Jeed. With an amazing time of 57:59. Well, 57:55. I didn't hit time on time. Why is there we go. I'm pretty sure that's your PBG, right? For, yeah. $39 game time, God.
And, if I'm not mistaken, and Shokushu is actually on his way to Turian, this is also a good pace for him. Well, I'm pretty sure Jeed's PB before this was somewhere around 110, an hour 10 minutes. Shokushu was probably around an hour and 15 minutes, so just 5 minutes later. That's from the best I can remember. But if his PB was indeed a 115, then he's probably more or less on that pace.
By the way, SexRex, I would just like to add to your comment, his keyboard is glowing green, so you know he's a true esports gamer. My keyboard is an animated piece of bacon that makes donuts on each keystrokes. Green is so 2012. Don't believe the hype. It's dead. Green is dead. Bacon is the new green. And here, TM, I respectfully disagree. I heard about this video, but I haven't. Yeah, while we're at it. I've heard about the video, Jekko, but I haven't seen it. I need to watch it, though. Because I am a strong advocate for saving the animals. I have the shirt and everything. The one that's glow in the dark and turns into to kill the animals. By the way, rip Gunpei Yokoi.
So yeah, 47% item collection for Jeed. Anything under 50%, you could tell, is usually a pretty rushed randomizer.
Radio, I hope you told your whole class about this little shindig we're having this weekend here. I hope you did. I mean, you know, as far as shameless plugs go, this would have been pretty easy peasy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Alright, getting our health and our ammo back. Shokushu is getting ready for Torian. He's got some nice ammo and he's got Ice Beam. He doesn't need so many missiles and super missiles. Alright, the golden four statues. The only actual, well, no, sorry. There are two breaks in the game, two moments where you can just put the controller aside and stretch a little bit. This is the second one, and probably the one that you'll wanna like take a quick a deep breath, because what comes next is some pretty intense strategies, if you will, to get through the final segments. So it's just long enough so you can take a breath, but not long enough so you can go to the fridge and grab a beer or something.
Good thing we're doing this in a bar then.
Yeah, that's right. So if you what happens pretty often is you can skip Ice Beam, and the downfall of like not going around the map trying to find this beam upgrade is that, well, you can't freeze the Metroids, so you have to power bomb them. They take 3 power bombs, so it takes quite a bit more time, and it's also I wouldn't say it's more difficult, but more often than not, you'll have some situations where you're going to be taking a bit more damage than you would want. Although damage is really not a big issue because there's a energy refill right before the final rooms.
Here's a good strategy that's not too hard to pull off that Shoko, I guess for safety reason, chose to just ignore. Usually what you can do is you can go past all 3 Metroids. They'll follow you, but because you go through 3 layers and you just morph ball under them, on the bottom layer, basically, they're going to be grouped together with 1 shot, like 1 Ice Beam shot, 1 Super Missile. You can destroy all of them.
Yeah. It's something you usually learn when you're doing like any percent runs. If you're doing mainly randomizers, it might not be a strategy that you'll want to learn early. Shokushu seems like he's being distracted. Or Jeed's distract him. Hey, what's going on? Wait a second. What's going on? Why is he not doing sub skip? I know he has Ice Beam. Why is he risking it? Please, Shoku, don't mess this up. He's got some really tight ammo. He should be fine. I never remember exactly how much ammo you need. But he's fine, yeah, look at that. Still got quite a few left. I still would have wanted to see, I would have wanted him to do the Zep skip. Just because it's a little safer. Oh, all right. So Shokushu is like the master of all the, the funky stuff. He likes to do all those unorthodox strategies. So here we saw him set up the murder beam. Look at that. Okay. I think this ends this race. So, all right, that was Super Metroid Randomizer by Shokushu and JeedUnit. So, a round of applause, everyone.
Now, Shokushu wanted to show us his new soft luck percent category. with cheat sheet first try. So no. So, oh. Oh. Oh, he was doing okay. He was doing the Elminster route for Mother Brain. He did not have a Varia suit, so. So. There you go. So. Here's the thing. He didn't have enough energy tanks to actually finish the game either way. So, yeah, he did the Elm. So coming up next, we have on the schedule for you, ladies and gentlemen, in this fine compilation of, fine entertainment for you, ladies and gentlemen, we have Momodora coming up. Any percent normal insane by Tolu. I don't know. It says normal/insane.
We should ask if it's normal or insane.
Is it normal or insane? Or is it normally insane? Or is it insanely normal? Which one is it? Make up your minds. Anyway, stay tuned. At the latest, it will start at 8:35, so we're taking 10, and we'll be right back.